Hi, I'm Wayne Cavadi with NCAA Digital and TNT Sports. Joining me this week for five burning questions is Central Oklahoma quarterback Jett Huff. Jett, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so obviously we know why you're here. Central Oklahoma had a big, massive upset over Central Missouri this past weekend. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about you and you coming to the Broncos. You started at Houston. Kind of what drew you to D2 football and specifically Central Oklahoma and to be their quarterback?
Yeah. Well, when I was in high school, I got recruited by Coach Dorrel here a little bit. So I had a relationship with him then. And then, when I entered the portal, I definitely knew I wasn't going to make a lateral move as far as size of school. I knew I was going to have to drop down a little bit, but I knew this would have been a great place. And I was just hoping they would reach out.
Yeah, and so far it's been a perfect fit. Let's talk a little bit about the upset. Of course, the defense was going to allow some points at Central Missouri, but look at these numbers. You threw for 457 yards, three touchdowns, and just one interception. You're running back at 163 yards rushing and three touchdowns. Darrell Davis caught 203 of those yards and two touchdowns. It seemed like a perfectly executed plan. What was the plan, and how were you able to execute so well in every facet of the game?
Yeah, well, I want to shout out our defense first. They really set the tone with Central Missouri getting the ball first, and they got to stop right away, and they made the offense feel uncomfortable. So, no, they did give up, some points, but they had the offense scrambling for answers all night. But on offense, it was really our coaches. They told us a game plan. They said this is what they're going to give us. This is what's going to happen. We just got to go make it happen. So on that first drive. We saw some looks they were given, and that's what we wanted. And we felt comfortable being able to execute the rest of the game.
Yeah, and it just trickled and trickled, and even in those last minutes when Central Missouri was coming back, you didn't relent. It was a fun game to watch. You had mentioned in the recruiting process early on that coach had before you went to Houston had recruited you. Adam Dorrel's pretty legendary, not only in the MIAA but D2 football lore. What's it like having that coach on the sideline with you every week?
Yeah, it's awesome. He brings so much passion and energy, not even to games, but just every single day in practice or even the days we don't practice. He's super energetic and he motivates us. And I know when he comes in with his attitude, we want to practice harder and play harder for him. So just having a guy like that, um, being that fired up and ready to go every single day, makes everybody around him better.
It's funny you say that because I remember the first time I interviewed him, I felt the same way. I'm like, I got to do this. Look at this coach. I got to be my best. Right? I felt a little intimidated. Um, Looking at your shirt, I think I know the answer to the next question, but let's talk about it. Who is your favorite football team and a player that you model your game after?
Yeah, favorite football teams, Kansas City Chiefs. My dad's from Missouri, so he was a Chiefs fan growing up, and so that's all I knew since I've been born. Huge Chiefs fan. If I had to model my game, though, I'd probably say Baker Mayfield. Just an undersized guy, chip on his shoulder, real fiery. Just wants to throw the ball around the field. I love watching him play, so I'd have to say Baker.
That's awesome. I mean, and he's definitely entered a different level of his career the last 2 years in Tampa Bay. I thought you were definitely going Mahomes. All right, this is the hardest question I ask everyone. What is the best football movie of all time?
Uh, probably probably remember the Titans, but The Game Stands Tall is an unbelievable football movie.
Oh,
I
good.
know it's kind of cheesy, but it doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's really, really good. So either one of those two.
Yeah, yeah. Remember the Titans I get a lot, but I like when someone brings to the table something we don't hear a lot. Well, that's it. Five burning questions. Thanks for joining me.
Appreciate it. Thank you.